I'm sorry, kiddo, I really am. You have a good soul. And I hate giving good people bad news.
I'm not handsome enough or hairy enough to be Kurt Russell. He doesn't have enough brothers to be a Baldwin. Billy this time. But we did watch 1991's Backdraft.
It's like organized confusion. Over 300-400 degrees in temperature. And then you just got these guys that are running into this building. Everybody else is running out.
In the blood, Willie.
When I heard that both McCaffrey brothers were being assigned here at this station together, my heart was filled with a sudden desire to transfer.
I'm not gonna quit, Steven, you hear me?
What would you like to do in the whole world? Burn it all.
So I gotta ask you.
Yes.
Right off the gate, why did you pick this movie?
Okay, so I remember seeing this movie like during the whole big hype period. And I remember thinking...
Hype period, like
when the movie came out originally.
Gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
And I remember thinking that kind of sucked. and so here we are, umpteen years later, and I thought, let's revisit this. Let's see if the years have been kinder to it. Let's see if I'm just took a bunch of biases into the film and didn't like it because of that. And nope.
See, I guess I'm gonna be probably just the opposite of you, because I remember watching this when I was younger and like being like, this is kind of meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
see, I don't think it was kind of We'll get into it. We'll get
Yes,
into
yes.
it. But,
I was going to say, you want to walk us through the cast on this one?
Oh, well, hang on a second. I was not prepared for the cast here. Kurt Russell as the dad and the brother. I think his name is Steven, I believe.
Yes.
If I remember correctly. Then we have William Baldwin as Brian, Scott Glenn as Axe, Jason Leigh as...
Jason Leigh.
Yeah, I should think her name is Jennifer.
Sure.
I believe
yeah.
so. Yeah, I believe so. Rebecca De Mornay as the wife, Donald Sutherland as the crazy pyro guy, Robert DeNiro as Shadows, they called him.
Yes.
And everybody else, the rest of the people don't fucking matter.
Yeah, no.
That's the main. Those are the main people.
Ton of people you'll recognize and go, oh yeah, them, and then you'll move on with the rest of your life like we have. But
Yeah.
anyway,
I completely forgot Robert De Niro was even in this movie until I saw him on screen.
yeah.
Was that before or after you noticed you were standing in a lake of gasoline, you idiot?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was kind of mind-boggling. See, now I remember this was like one of those films back in '91 that, like, at the time that it was landing, Ron Howard was this glowing flower child, and everything that he touched was magical, and it turned to gold. And so HBO and Cinemax, they used to like do like these upcoming vignettes about like, you know, what's coming to the movies this summer. And man, the hype train behind this film was so huge. I mean, it was just like chugging along for the whole shebang.
Action!
Universal Pictures and Imagine Entertainment team up to present a Ron Howard film, Backdraft.
And man, they were really pushing the fact that, oh yeah, we had all the cast go in and train with the actual Chicago firefighters because they fight fires unlike any other fire stations.
Director Howard was assisted by Chicago City Fire Department's chief, Spad. By using a cast and crew that included real firemen, they were able to maintain safety and realism.
And I'm thinking, okay, sure, why not? And then, oh, look at all the practical effects and all the fire that we actually have, and we really did this and we really did that. And it's like, turns out that most of that was just hype and bullshit. So,
I mean, I'll give them this. They did make it look like there's legit fires in the most of the scenes. Something you could obviously tell. Yeah. There's some, you know, Hollywood fakery and shit like that.
4K has not been kind to this film.
But I don't know. Well, I guess let's get into the plot first.
Well, I mean, the plot of this movie is like bare bones, and I think that's probably the biggest failing of this film. And if you're a fan of this film, I'm sorry, I'm about to talk shit. So that all being said, so we kick the movie off, and we've got Brian and Steven, and they're at the fire station because their dad is the captainest fire captain of all fire captains ever.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Pull the cord, Brian. 15:45 is a while.
And naturally, if you have a very life-threatening job and there's a potential for a catastrophic injury, you should take your kids with you when you go out.
I mean, it was bring your son to, to work day.
Okay, but there was two of them.
I think it's bullshit. I just said that. I just pulled that out of my
There was
ass.
two of them, and he left one of them at the fire station.
You can't take them both.
So they go to this fire, and he saves Axe because that's the kind of stand-up guy that grown-up Kurt Russell dad is. And then after trying to go in and save Jerry Garcia's furniture, because that's who that was. Oh, my place is on fire! And he goes in and he ducks inside the building, and then it explodes. And the helmet comes flying out, and Billy Baldwin catches it, and then cries, and then the photographer from Life magazine snaps a picture. And this follows Billy Baldwin's character for the rest of his days. He's doomed from then on out. But because Kurt Russell squared wasn't there to see his dad get blown up, he's perfectly happy to be a fireman because it's the family business and that's what they do.
Am I really supposed to believe you came crawling home because you felt heartstrings moan for the family biz? You were bankrupt, man.
So anyway, Billy Baldwin has decided that after failing as a car stereo salesman and a timeshare salesman and a bunch of other shit, that he's gonna go and be a firefighter.
And I'm gonna stop you really quick because I love this part of that movie because you're introduced to all this bullshit through actually great exposition. Billy Baldwin shows up. It's like his graduation day, and the bartender's like, "Oh, so how do you think that's gonna last?"
Aspen Snowmobile Tours, Brian McCaffrey, Assistant Director, Sales. Cattle drive, mobile log cabins. That was in your blood, what, about 6 months? Brian Sound Spectrum, direct high-end stereo sales. This is your own company.
And then another, and then another. It's so well done.
And so because of that, there's some family tension because Kurt Russell has always known that firefighting is where it's at, but yet somehow his brother just isn't cut out for the life of a fireman.
It just doesn't work on you, little brother. I'll see you around.
And because there's all the showering and cooking and running with hoses upstairs, and it's just
well,
there's so much bullshit.
Run, damn you!
They try to generate family drama because Kurt Russell's character is Bull, is like the captain or the lieutenant of the firehouse that Billy Baldwin is assigned to.
I mean, he's the second coming of his father.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's really it is. I mean,
absolutely.
Literally.
But
it's
yet,
the same
like,
character.
Him
or
and
same actor.
Yeah, Billy Baldwin and his buddy, are like probies, is just what they're referred to constantly. And so, they're trying to teach him the ropes and this and that. And, of course, Brian is just an abject failure because he feels the force when fighting fires and he must do what the force beckons him.
I was up there doing it! You don't know, man. You don't know what I did! did was drop the ball, Proby.
And therefore, he pisses his brother off, who basically tries to drum him out of the fire station because he's just not cut out for it. So, blah, 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 blah. Then he quits and he goes and he works for Robert De Niro, who's an arson investigator.
I was assigned to this office by the city, so you better get used to
I
me,
know who
Inspector.
you were assigned by. And I knew your father, too. He was a hell of a fireman.
And Arson De Niro teaches him the fucking Zen way of fighting fires, which is, you know, fire's a monster. It's a living beast. It breathes. It hates.
It's a living thing, Brian. It breathes. It eats. It hates.
It's this. It's that. It's bullshit.
At what point do the shenanigans ensue?
Oh my God. Like the minute that he started. Yeah, look, shenanigans ensue.
Check that door for heat, Tim.
Mom, go back to bed. We're making breakfast in bed for you.
Thank you.
Anticlimactic, I know, but you know what? So's this whole fucking movie.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you there, because while you're hating all over this fucking thing, and some stuff rightly so, I do believe that Steve was right. At that time when Brian came back, he really wasn't taking this shit seriously. He really wasn't ready for all this stuff.
No.
And in the course of the movie, he washes out.
Yes.
Now, granted, Steve did play a big part in that. He pushed him pretty fucking hard.
Sure.
And shit, you know. And so when he gets teamed up with Robert De Niro and actually really learns about the fire, and while you don't like that aspect of it, I enjoy that aspect of it because then the fire becomes a character as opposed to just fire.
I'm going to correct you there.
And I think it adds an extra layer.
I'm going to correct you there. The best part of this movie is the middle act where he works for Robert De Niro.
Oh, it is.
And they're doing the arson investigations.
Yes. No, I agree with you 100%. That's the best part of the movie.
It's the best written part of the movie. There's actual character development there. There's actual plot.
It's pretty rare. They stopped making it a couple of years ago.
Yeah, well, we figured it probably got in his clothes in a gas state from the fire.
They're investigating these 3 backdrafts and they're trying to figure out what's the connection. And the mystery aspect of this is the best part of this film, far and away.
All day long.
Absolutely.
So you're not correcting anything. I just didn't get there yet.
The family drama bullshit is so underwhelming.
I went in because there was a kid up there. You know, I do what I do because that's my way. And it was Dad's way.
It is so undercooked. First off, Billy Baldwin's character is an asshole from the word go. When he runs into Jennifer Jason Leigh and, oh, she works at downtown now and blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, okay, wait. She's Jennifer Jason Leigh and you're coming off like a complete schmuck?
Maybe you and I could get together for a beer or something sometime, huh?
A beer?
Exactly what part of this is she supposed to find charming or irresistible or even like romantic? None. He comes off like a complete fucking douchebag. Number one.
It's not that bad.
And oh my God, it's totally that bad.
He does, but not to that extreme.
And somehow it works.
Well, the mom knew.
So, well, I was gonna say,
Grandma knew. Grandma always hated him.
I see Grandma's still a
Yeah, she still hates you.
Or I think it's grandma or mom. I don't remember.
Yeah, no.
The little lady.
Yeah, whatever. It was Jennifer Jason Leigh's grandmother, I do believe.
Yeah.
But she was right. She was dead on the money. Second off, his super gung-ho buddy, the other probationary firefighter, the probie. Oh my God. There's a house burning on fire and he's like running around and skipping and like, woohoo!
I'm a fireman. Go! Woohoo! Right! Woohoo!
And I'm thinking, dude, these people are having the worst fucking day of their life and you're like yipping for joy? What the fuck?
Yeah,
you know?
one thing I didn't like about this movie is the fact that they over romanticize the whole firefighting thing, like way pump it up.
Yes.
It's like an advertisement for the fucking army. It's like be all you can be type of shit.
I'm going to tell you this right now, and I mean this very sincerely. This is legitimately the same fucking script as Top Gun. All you have to do is scratch out, fighter jet pilots and put in firefighters, and it hits all the same beats. Like,
well, if you take out the Robert DeNiro part.
If you take out the Robert they borrowed that from another movie and we're like, we're going to cut this in. Robert De Niro wants it that way. But the whole thing, they never explain what's going on with Kurt Russell and Rebecca De Mornay and why their marriage is on the rocks.
They did, because he's never fucking home. Because his life is fucking being a firefighter.
So once again, Steven's right and somebody else is wrong. And you always gotta be right.
Oh, that's such bullshit.
Yeah, why?
Uh-huh.
That's all you fucking need. It's like fucking, why do you think fucking divorce rates and cops are so fucking high?
Oh, no.
Because you're never fucking home. It's the same fucking thing.
I get that. I understand that.
Then there's nothing to explain.
Wait.
It's right there on fucking screen.
Then why is she at the firefighters ball where he like, hey, we got to talk about our kid and blah, blah, blah. And then he decides that it would be a cool thing to punch her new boyfriend in the face.
I'm killing that.
Steven!
You got anything else you want to say about my brother?
Yeah, that's going to work out real well for you. And then
no.
I was going to say,
but that has nothing to do with why they got divorced.
But then we have wait. We have the tragedy where he's all upset and he's crying and he shows up at the house because he didn't know where else to go, and then they have sex that night and like the next morning he's like making breakfast with their kid and like, oh, everything's fixed, I did it, yay, fire's out. That's an awesome pun and you know it. But Rebecca De Mornay's all like, you need to go.
I just can't anymore. I've got to worry about Sean.
and now he's all broke up and crying and leaving. Hey, buddy, I don't know when I'm going to see you again next. It's like that deserved to be better written than how it was presented.
Sure, I'll agree with you there.
And more importantly than that, when we get to the end of the movie, spoiler, when we get to the end of the movie and Kurt Russell dies and she's at the funeral and she's getting the flag and she's just all busted up. And I'm thinking, you were leaving him. You were getting ready to divorce. Now, I can understand why you might be comforting your kid and being very emotional about that.
That doesn't mean that she didn't, still not love the guy.
She just didn't want to be married to him anymore.
Exactly.
And where was her boyfriend then? Mr. Punched in the face. Because...
Well, obviously wasn't invited.
Well, obviously. But yeah, no, I was going to say...
No, why I have issue with this movie is the end of the movie. Because the mystery is very conveniently fucking wrapped up.
Oh, yeah.
So Billy Baldwin fucking is doing some investigating shit and...
Is he, though? Is he? Because remember this. Wait, just to preface this real quick.
All right.
So Robert De Niro's character, Shadow, he is the arson investigator, and there's this one firebug in particular played by Donald Sutherland, and he's about to get parole. Yes,
played by Donald Sutherland, thank you.
But yet the whole parole hearing falls apart when Donald Sutherland is confronted with a burned up doll.
You remember this, Ronald? Remember who it belonged to? What did you do to that little girl, Ronald?
Like, what do you want to do to this person? Burn them. What do you want to do to that person? Burn them. I was like, dude,
no,
get a better lawyer. So, but
that's a chilling fucking scene.
It is a great
That's a chilling
scene.
fucking scene. You watch that fucking scene, and Donald Sutherland convinces you that he will burn a fucking child.
Oh.
He will burn a fucking woman. He'll burn fucking everybody. So don't let him giggling about the scene make it diminish it.
But his performance is, again, one of the highlights of this film. But part of me thinks, like they're all like, oh, well, we think that he's okay to be released now. And yes, we think that he's been doing really well with this therapy.
All right. The parole board has received Mr. Bartell's fitness report. his ID 44, endorsement from his section warden.
And then all of a sudden, Robert De Niro shows up and just, puts that shit out like that. And I'm thinking, this scene deserved a little bit more room to breathe. I would have loved that ending if we had had more than one question before that. If he had, said, tell us about what you did. Tell us about the crime that you're committed for. If he had actually bothered to, cross-examine him in a realistic fashion instead of just dropping a burnt toy on the desk and going, do you remember this?
Well, it's not a court hearing, it's a parole hearing.
I understand that.
So, it's different.
You know what I'm saying, though.
Well,
it deserved a little bit more room to breathe. I would have liked more Donald Sutherland.
Well, I would have, too.
What would you like to do to the whole world?
Burn it all.
So, but the problem is sandwiched between fucking Billy Baldwin and fucking Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
So, I understand where you're coming from, but it's like,
At the same
it should have been two separate movies.
No, it really should have. As a matter of fact, they could have cut all the other shit out and just had Billy Baldwin, who dreams of being a firefighter and wants to live up to his dad's legacy, and he gets assigned to the arson unit. And he doesn't realize that, this is probably more important than actually putting fires out.
I want to know if this kid really wanted to be...
I would have watched the fuck out of that.
Oh, me too.
So, but, and again, you can keep Billy Baldwin, which it's a Baldwin, who gives a shit. But you get Robert De Niro in there, and then you pepper in the Jennifer Jason Leigh, and I would love to cut this movie down to an hour and 30 minutes, because it didn't need to be almost 2.5 hours long.
Was it that long?
2 hours, 19 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go! Woohoo! Right! Woohoo!
Yeah. You know what's even weirder? There's 43 minutes of deleted scenes for this film. I'm pretty sure that it could be done. So
fair enough. So let's get to the end here.
Yes, I was going to say, we'll get the Donald Sutherland and the big reveal. Because Billy Baldwin's investigation basically involves him going to talk to Donald Sutherland and be like, who set these fires? What can you tell us about them? What do you know about this? You know all about this because you love setting fires. And he's all like,
Whoever did this really knows the animal well, don't they? They know him real well, but they won't let him loose.
And that's when they realize it's a fireman.
So they go, Billy Baldwin, he ends up at somebody's fucking house.
There's two guys that have already been killed. The third guy who was in partnership with them, who's selling off the closed fire stations for money, whatever. And yet they go to his house, and while they're they walk into the crimes being committed, the gas line has been cut, and so they wind up, wrestling with some dude and shoving him into an electric outlet, because I don't know why, but electric outlets in Chicago just will burn the shit out of you.
Well, that's where he's planning. That's how he's prepping the backdraft.
Yes.
The chemicals are being put into the outlet there.
Yeah.
Then they're combusting and shit like that. So, anyways, but the guy gets burned by the outlet, which is stupid. But then later he goes. Billy Baldwin goes back to the firehouse, and he knows that axe conveniently has an outlet burn shaped just like a fucking outlet. I mean, like perfectly.
Don't forget, it's revealed in a hot, sweaty, sexy shower scene.
A solo shower scene. And it's like, oh, well, there's your arson guy. And so they don't really confront him.
No, they got a big fire to go put out first.
Right. So, but Billy Baldwin tells Brian.
Police after those assholes were closing firehouses. They were getting our friends killed for money. I had to, Stephen.
Kurt Russell doesn't do anything about it because, like you said, there's a fire going on. Yeah. And Axe hits Brian with an axe, knocks him out. There's a bit of a scuffle, but the shit starts collapsing because everything's burning down. And Kurt Russell is going to try to save Axe, and he's like, I ain't gonna make it. Just let me go. And fucking this stupid fucking line.
Let me go, fool. You go. We go.
so fucking Kurt Russell goes, and they both fucking die. And
Kurt Russell doesn't die right away. He gets to watch Brian become the fire Jedi master that he always dreamed that he would be.
Yeah.
And Kurt Russell's all, oh, that's my brother.
Look at him. That's my brother, goddammit.
I fucking die laughing every time I see it.
And he's like, don't taint Axe's legacy. Let him go down as a fucking hero, which is fucking bullshit. That I had an issue with that. That's what I
he's
didn't
a
like
hero
about it.
that killed 2 people and was trying to kill a 3rd. What a great guy.
Yeah.
So,
and then the aftermath, like there's an extra 15 minutes after the movie should have ended. It keeps going. There's a funeral, and there's a scene after that, and there's a scene after that, and I think there's like 5 other scenes after that. I'm exaggerating, but
here's my question. So Kurt Russell's character dies at the end. His brother is in the same fire department at the same station. Why isn't he the one that's like delivering the eulogy and ringing the bell for him? Why is Robert De Niro there? He works for another department downtown. It's not even that fire station.
I don't know. He's grieving too much. I have no idea.
I'm curious about that. But there's a lot wrong with this movie. I can see, like, if you're thrilled, if you are blown away by the spectacle.
I wasn't blown away by the spectacle of it. I really was like you. I really enjoyed the Robert De Niro parts, and the real investigating going on and shit like that was really cool. And I forgot that was even in there. Yeah. All I remember was like you mentioned before, is all the fires and all the fucking spectacle and all that shit, which really at the end of the day wasn't all that interesting. It really wasn't. The interesting parts were the investigation and all that shit.
Coming from my point of view, and I think I've said this before, I think we've discussed this before, is that if your movie's selling point is spectacle, the stunt work, the this, the that, if your script sucks, after the spectacle fades, after people have seen it a couple times and they're over it, the only thing that's going to stand is the story itself. And if your characters suck and your story is lazy or just tropey or just meh, this is why Backdraft is forgotten. For all of as huge a film as it was, as big a hit as it was back in the day, nobody gives a shit about this movie in 2025.
Yeah. Speaking of which, let's do some notes here, because I'm curious what it brought in.
Actually, here, hang on one second. All right.
Because I know you got notes.
I do have notes. Okay, so Backdraft, 1991. This had a budget of $40 million. That's
a good budget.
That was back when $40 million was a lot of money. Its box office was $152.4 million.
That's pretty good.
It did. It did really, really well. There is a Backdraft 2.
There is?
Yes, there is, where Billy Baldwin and Donald Sutherland reprise their roles from this.
You're not the lead on the case anymore, Sean. Somebody's got a secret.
The rest of the cast was all like,
no,
thanks,
thank you.
but no, we're good. We're good. The irony of it is that it's written by the same guy who wrote this screenplay.
Who directed it?
Oh, Ron Howard.
He did have Backdraft too?
Yes. No. He did not direct. No, he did not. Backdraft 2.
I was saying,
he directed Backdraft, but it was a direct-to-video release, as you can probably imagine.
Okay.
Here's the funny things about this. Here's the bits of interest that I have in this film. Kurt Russell wanted Tom Cruise for the role. Tom Cruise read the script and was all like,
no thanks.
No, I'm good. And then Robert Downey Jr. read for this part. Brad Pitt read for this part. And Keanu Reeves read for this part. They all got passed over for Billy fucking Baldwin.
God damn you!
Now, I want you to stop and think about this. Keanu Reeves can sell distant, vacant, aloof, but likable. Billy Baldwin just comes off like a douche. He really does. And so, like, that all being said, that was a casting misstep of galactic proportions. Fire investigative professionals have dismissed the investigative techniques in this film as laughably unscientific. So, this was nominated for 3 Academy Awards: sound effects editing, and visual effects.
Nothing to do with story.
Yes, it won none of them. But here's the funny thing about this. We talked about the writer of this film just a little bit, and I'm going to blow your mind.
Okay.
This is the guy that wrote Highlander.
I mean, Highlander isn't that great of a movie.
No, but it does have a massive cult following. And then he also wrote The Prophecy.
I enjoyed The Prophecy.
Yes, and that's the one with Christopher Walken and Viggo Mortensen in one of his very early roles. I enjoyed the hell out of that movie.
Yeah.
But that all being said, Ron Howard has always been very hit or miss for me. When he really loves the subject, like Apollo 13, man, he crushes it like no one's business. But I've never been a fan of Backdraft. I like Willow. I don't love Willow, but I like Willow. But Ransom, I could take it or leave it. Cinderella Man,
I enjoy Cinderella Man.
it's very okay. It's.
I mean, it really comes down to the performance there. I mean,
Russell
Crowe
yes.
and fucking Renee Zellweger fucking knock out of the park.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Paul Giamatti. Yeah.
But at the same time, like, there are just as many Ron Howard films that I don't give a shit about as there are that I truly really like. And I don't know if that's the case for everybody. He's the most hit or miss director I can think of who I actually follow what they're doing. And I just, this movie could have been something really special, really unique, really different. He had the money, he had the talent, he had the cast, he had the effects, he had everything going for it. And just, this movie just doesn't deliver, is really what it all boils down to. There is a scene in this film that there are several scenes in this film that make me fucking laugh out loud. There is one scene in particular that, man, I fucking bust up laughing every time I've seen it. And it is when Stephen Baldwin and Jason Leigh are having sex on top of the fire truck, and then they show up at the fire and shit goes wrong and Billy Baldwin's friend gets all burned up. But the next scene that we see Jason Leigh and Billy Baldwin's all like, I need the files, you gotta give me the files, and then we can nail your boss to the wall, blah, blah, blah. She just drops the files off and then drives away. And then she's never seen in the film again. That sex must have really sucked. There wasn't even like any regret in her voice. She's just kind of like, here's your file. Don't fucking call me anymore. Now.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, you did. Yeah, I don't think you see her all for the whole rest of the movie.
No. That's like
Not a peep.
legit. She drops, she gives it, she hands him the file, and then she's just gone. She deserved some sort of wrap up.
Yeah.
She was actually a really interesting character that, again, they did nothing with because, oh, well, I was working a cash register and then I went to work for the alderman and all of a sudden he sees I've got talent. And I'm thinking, you're in a city political machine. You're going to tell me you can't maneuver the fuck out of this? You're going to tell me you can't go to another alderman and go, hey, you've seen what I've done for this asshole. Imagine what I can do for you. And you're actually a stand-up guy. Nope. She just gets in the car and just, I don't know, goes and puts an application in at Starbucks or whatever and goes back to ringing a till. I got nothing. Like, there's just, this movie is a fucking, it's a nothing sandwich. It is all bread, no meat.
I mean, there's a little meat in it. Not much. There's it's a slice of bologna and if you're lucky, there's some cheese in there.
Mom, go back to bed. We're making breakfast in bed for you.
But other than that, I mean, I've seen worse. I've seen far better. I watch it again now. I enjoy it more than I did watch it as a kid. Am I going to recommend it? No. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
No, is it the worst film I've ever seen? No. But it's remembered more fondly than it deserves to be.
I don't think so, because I don't think anybody really talks about this fucking movie.
Yeah, well,
as a matter of fact, I didn't think about this movie, so you brought it up, say, I want to do Backdraft. I'm like, why?
would you like to do to the whole world?
Burn it all.
I picked this movie because I remember the hype train on this one. I remember like the summer of '91. Oh, you gotta go see Backdraft. You gotta go see Backdraft. So I went and saw Backdraft. You all were wrong. so, and I will never forgive you for this shit. Just don't watch it. Don't rent it. Don't buy it. Just skip it. Just move on. Just go watch Rescue Me. It's a much more interesting show, and they at least bother to flesh out the characters with believable motivations, and it's funny. This was rated R. Why?
Because there's a guy that got blown through the windshield of a Porsche 944.
Oh, okay. Well, was it a 944?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, fair enough. And the other question I have to ask, as far as Billy Baldwin being a fucking idiot goes, so you're in a factory fire situation. You're running around, blah, blah, blah. You're the probationary firefighter. You hear somebody screaming. So what should you do? You should go rescue a mannequin. You're going to tell me when he picked up that mannequin, he couldn't tell that that was obviously not a real person? It's not like mannequins weigh 130 pounds or anything. He had to know. But then the political machine gets involved and they're all like, oh no, look, he's the hero. Look, Billy Baldwin's character, he saved him. And this is the same cat that was on the cover of Life for a Pulitzer Prize winning photo of Jerry Garcia's furniture rescue gone bad.
Well, again, don't believe everything you read.
I'm sorry. It's just, this movie's just a big nothing. Again, once the spectacle is gone, there's not a whole lot to talk about, and it's not terribly interesting. Yeah. And I know there was a big promotional push for this when it came out on 4K again, but this does not hold water. It is not carrying the load. It is just such a average big fucking nothing. I'm done. I don't want to talk about this movie no more.
I got nothing anymore either. So
we will catch you next time.